Yeah, I mean, I thought their effort was much better than ours. I thought, to start the game, we got off to a pretty good start there, and then I thought the first half there was just too much side to side. Right, there was no pressure at the basket. We just kept moving the ball from the side to the side, and they're switching everything. So we needed to be slipping, pick and rolls, driving it down there, finishing aggressively at the rim. When you look at our team, we have success when a lot of times we at least match the points in the paint. And again, we got doubled up in that category today, and I thought they made shots, and I thought we missed. I thought we missed layups in and around the basket. I thought we missed open looks from the perimeter that we normally make. And, that was the game. I mean, we were out rebounding them at the half. Then it ends up being tied. I mean, we got very little fast break points. I thought we didn't play with good enough pace on offense. I thought there was times we were just jogging and trotting when we need to be sprinting. All we talked about was being aggressive, on both ends of the floor. And we didn't have that. We called a timeout one time, drew up an action. We were going to run an Iverson cut. We just jogged the Iverson cut. We didn't sprint, catch, face up. Just didn't like our aggressiveness at all.
When Rich Kelly is being focused on and Noah obviously is out with injury, taking away your two primary ball handlers, what direction do you want the offense to go in?
I mean, listen, again, I'll have to watch the film, but, the shooting percentages in this game from some guys 2 for 10, 1 for 7, 3 for 10. I thought we generated some good looks. The ball didn't go down. I thought they did a good job to start the game of that. But then we talked about it doesn't matter. TJ, CJ, Javon, all those guys can initiate offense. They know what we're doing. They know what we're running. They know how to initiate it for us. So, I thought that they to start the game, they really tried to jam up Rich and not let him bring the ball up the floor. But I didn't even feel like they stuck with that. They didn't do it in the second half much at all. He was able to initiate offense for us, and we really struggled. I thought we missed some layups in and around the basket that we have to finish. You can't shoot 30% from the field. We'd miss a layup, they'd go down, they'd make a layup. We'd miss a three, they'd go down and make a tough challenge three. That was the game.
Finishing around the basket seems to be a challenge for the team for the whole season. How's that something you want to improve on?
Well, I think one, it's you got to have a level of focus. You got to catch, play off 2 feet, go up there aggressively, put your hand in the square. We always talk about playing on contact and practice, individual instruction, getting in the gym extra. Without a coach, I think all those things are important right now. We got a week off. We need to get healthy first and foremost, and we got to get better. We got to improve. Not happy with where we're at, in terms of these 8 games, but there's a lot of basketball to be played in front of us, and got to just continue to get better. But we got to, layups is a focus, man. You got to go up there, aggressively. We talked to all these guys. Like, I thought there were plays in the first half where we're like pump faking, almost like anticipating our shot getting blocked. Like, just catch it and attack the rim with a level of aggressiveness. Don't even worry about your shot getting blocked. They didn't worry about their shot getting blocked. They went up there strong and aggressive and finish.
Coach, how important is this week off going to be for you guys?
Oh, it's huge. One, we need to get healthy. TJ got a little bit banged up there in the first half. CJ took a couple shots there as well. Obviously, need to get Noah back out there. We need to get healthy. We need to get better. We need to improve. We've got 10 games left of the conference play. Gotta continue to get better. Defensively, I think we've made some strides. I thought we had good practices, good energy leading up to this game. Got to continue to get better offensively. How can we put more pressure at the basket and not settle for bombing threes, especially when we're, not making them? But again, you look at the stat sheet and, we shoot a higher percentage from 3 than we do from the field. Like, that's a problem. We gotta be able to finish in and around the basket. I didn't think in the second half we settled nearly as much in the first. I thought the ball wasn't just moving from side to side. I thought we were putting some pressure in the paint and guys were trying to drive it. And now you gotta go in there and finish or get fouled.
Greg was holding his wrist, I think. Maybe the first half it was. Was there anything with that?
No. I mean, he got dinged up there. Greg's effort was through the roof, was keeping basketballs alive. We started him because we thought it was a better matchup, to put him on Schwartz and leave Trent on Aduro. I thought the game plan on Aduro we did a good job of. He's a terrific player, obviously leading the A-10 in scoring or near the top. I thought that game plan was good for us. I thought we did a great job there, and the other guys played well too.
What was the game plan for Okoro?
Make him think. Don't just play him one-on-one in the post. He's too good of a player. We were going to try to, not allow him to see double teams coming. I think when he can see double teams coming, he's such a terrific passer that he makes the right play out of the double team. Obviously him getting in foul trouble didn't really help, but, again, being aggressive on offense, trying to go at him and draw some fouls. But we didn't want him to be able to just pick us apart, because I think one of his best attributes is his ability to pass. When he sees that double team coming, he makes the right play.
When you look at the score sheet, you see Oduro scores 6. If somebody told you that before the game, I got to imagine you're feeling pretty good about your team's chances.
I mean, Cooper, Gaines, and Schwartz, Howard, are really good players. I think Gaines, just his motor, I think he's their energy guy, transfer from Tennessee. I thought those guys at times made some really, really difficult shots. When you look at the stat sheet, and Schwartz and Cooper have taken, 55 more threes than anybody else on the team. I mean, those guys are good players. We talked about trying to get to the bench, and I thought we did a decent job of that. Otis Frazier hasn't played much on the year. He had 6 and 6 in the game, so you got to give them credit for that. But, did a great job on the Duro, but Cooper, Gaines, and Schwartz are really, really good players. And Xavier Johnson has 9 assists and 1 turnover, who's played in an enormous amount of Atlantic 10 games. They're a good team. They're a very good basketball team.
In terms of getting more scoring from inside, what do you think is important for Stedman, maybe to find some consistency?
Yeah, I mean, I think for Steady, too, I just want him to be aggressive on defense. These front court players, I want them to hop up and block a shot and have some aggressiveness down there on that end of the floor. Stedman's a very talented offensive player, but, I want him to be more aggressive defensively, I think that's where we really need him. I don't want him to settle. Sometimes, he can look to inside pivot and shoot those shots. I want him to go act, especially, Doro, don't settle. Back him down, go at him. And, he made some aggressive moves in the second half, which I was pleased with. But, yeah, we got to get him to be aggressive on both ends of the floor.
In these stretches where these teams, and especially there's like a 10-2 run to end the game, is that more, or not the game, the half, is that more of an offensive issue or a defensive thing when that separation happens?
Well, we had some foul trouble. Obviously, TJ being on the bench, nearly the whole first half didn't help. Javon then picked up 2 fouls. That didn't help. I didn't think the game had gotten away from us yet to where I was like, okay, we got to put those guys back in there. Start the second half, we cut it to 5. So that plan, looking back at that point in time, you're like, okay, that was the right move to make. So I thought, having guys that normally play a lot of minutes, or even having guys out there that don't normally play a lot in that situation. But I think it's a little bit of both. Again, I thought the first half, that 10-2 run, it was like the ball was just changing sides of the floor. There was nothing at the basket. It was just side to side, side to side. And it's like, guys, when they're switching pick and rolls, we got a Duro on us who's a 5-man. Not that he can't move his feet, but he's got 2 fouls, and we're bombing threes. Go at him right now and put pressure on the paint. Make him guard you off the bounce. I thought we did a better job of that at times in the second half, but I thought, Kyle, in that first half, that was our problem.
All right, last one for
You guys
Coach.
are going into your first full week off during the conference play. I guess the month of January ended here. Do you spend most of this week coming up in reflection mode or kind of preparation for the next game? What's the kind of balance?
I think at the beginning of the week, it's a little bit of a reflection. We need to take tomorrow off. We need to make sure we're doing the right things academically and getting off to a good start school-wise, because we all know the end of the semester can catch up to us. So we need to make sure we're doing that. And I think it's these first 48 hours is a lot of reflection, and then it's preparation. Going to play our rival on the road next Saturday, we got to be ready to go. I'll take one more. Right? Go ahead. You had a question. Go ahead.
You've talked about after games where your team has shot well and how it's not as impressive as when your team doesn't shoot well and you still win when the shooting doesn't fall down. What needs to change in the future for your team to win when the shooting doesn't fall like it did tonight?
We got to finish. We got to finish in and around the basket. We got to finish layups. We got to continue to try to find ways to get to the foul line. We've got to make sure we have a presence up front, but we got to finish, and then we got to finish possessions, defensively. I think one of the biggest keys, though, Joey, where's the transition points? Where's our advancing and up the floor and playing in broken floors and getting fouled in transition? At the half, we had 0. I only remember one play in the first half, Javon's charge, where we actually got out in transition and ran. We got to run more. We need to get more possessions. We got to put pressure on the paint, and I think it starts there.
They switched early in the game they adjusted early in the game to switching on all you guys' ball screens. How did that affect you guys, and what do you guys need to do going forward to make sure that doesn't kind of result in a problem?
Yeah, right, it's adapt or die, right? So mid-game, someone switches their ball screen coverage. You got to be able to adapt. You got to attack mismatches that you have, whether it be point guard on big or big on point guard. And I think it's important to keep moving the ball. Kind of like a common thing in basketball is you get a switch and you just hold the ball and you tell everyone to clear out. But if you just keep moving it, now guys are mismatched. They're not guarding regular positions, and you usually get open shots.
Defensively, what was the game plan for you guys to account for all those good players they have, and why didn't it work?
We were really focused on Oduro today, and luckily for us, he got in foul trouble, so he didn't have a huge impact on the game. I think he's averaging 20 a game in league play, so we were really focused on trying to take away easy looks from him, and a lot of the other guys on their team stepped up and hit a lot of shots, so they're a very talented offensive team, and they showed that today.
Does a stretch like this, which has had its downs with a couple of, does that weigh on you at all, or do you try and stay pretty focused on what's in front of you?
Yeah, the most important thing is just controlling what you can control, and I think we're just trying to stay focused on that. But it definitely affects you when you don't get the result you want. But it's the parable of the stone cutter, man. It's how many times can you just keep tapping that stone until it breaks? And you got to keep showing up every single day and just believing that eventually you're gonna break through and it's gonna happen for you. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna show up every single day and just continue to get better.
Did they do anything, or was it you guys not being able to score? You're down 10 at halftime. You cut the lead to start the second half, and then they go on that really long run. How much of that was what they were doing? How much of it was what you weren't doing?
I think it was both. I think they played really well offensively. They really shared the ball. They're very crisp, very efficient. And I thought we missed a lot of shots that we typically hit. TJ and CJ are probably two of the best shooters that I've played with. And they didn't have great shooting days today, and they got a lot of open looks. And, I'm very confident in both of those guys. So we're going to continue to make the right play. That's what we're stressing right now. Even if you find someone open and they miss the shot, the next time down you got to make the same play. So that's what we're going to continue to do.
Do you feel like when the lead kind of gets bigger and the deficit gets bigger that you guys sort of maybe lean on the three-point shot too much, or do you kind of feel confident that those shots are always fall down?
Yeah, I think today it was just they were a very aggressive help side team, weak side help. So anytime you drove, they were going to come from the guy in the corner. They're going to come and help. So that's why we shot a lot of threes today, because we were just trying to make the right play. If they were a fake and deny team, we probably would have got a lot more layups. So I don't think we really focus on twos and threes when we're down. We just try to make the right play. Today was 3-point jumpers that we just didn't make.
Jim English talked about kind of focusing in on you with Noah being out and minimizing your shot attempts because you shoot whatever it is, like 50% from three. With teams kind of focusing in more on you, what have you seen? I guess what have you seen from other defenses that have focused in more on you with Noah out?
I mean, as soon as I cross half court, there's a major emphasis on not letting me get any space. Teams have been pretty good communicating. Anyone, the nearest guy near me is going to pick me up, and if I've seen if I'm open and someone else is open, they're just not going to leave me, and they're just going to give the other guy a wide open shot, which is fine because we got a lot of great shooters. So I'm happy that they can get those shots, and I'm having to adapt. Like I said before, just adapt and continue to be creative and figure out new ways to get off different types of shots.
All right, one more for Rich. Go ahead.
Did
Aaron.
it feel like that every time down court it was really, you guys had to work really hard to get a shot? It seemed like there were an awful lot of late in the clock shots, and was that frustrating? And was it more frustrating because it didn't seem like George Mason had to work nearly as hard?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're two different defensive teams. They're a very strong help side team, and so they're gonna pretty much they're gonna continue to make you make the correct play. And if you make the right play over and over, you're gonna get open shots, which I thought we got tonight. You know what I mean? A lot of drive, kick opposite, wide open threes. That's just the style of defense they are, and they're very disciplined. There wasn't one time where I kind of caught them slipping and got a wide open layup. That helps. I was there every single time. So I mean, they played a great game, and we're just gonna have to watch the film and figure out where we can get better from here.
Great. Thanks, Richard.
Yeah, thank you guys.